In this episode of Falmouth in Focus, we get a preview of the Woods Hole Film Festival, hear about a program for latex paint recycling, and talk to some kids at the annual Woods Hole Parade. All this and much more on this episode of Falmouth in Focus. Hello and welcome to Falmouth in Focus, FCTV's current affairs program. I'm your guest host for today, Liz Lerner. We start off this episode by taking a look at the ribbon cutting for the new Falmouth Service Center thrift shop, Hand in Hand.
Welcome to all of you. My name is Jeff Oppenheim. I'm the president of the board. This is a really momentous day for the Service Center. We have been working very hard. This has been one of our strategic goals here. And a lot of planning has gone into this for a few years.
We at Falmouth Service Center and at the Emerald House before Hand in Hand have a legion of volunteers who are the heart and soul of this organization, as Colleen has said. And we've got to this place because of them. So when we celebrate and cut this ribbon, there's already 166 volunteers working here, and more signing up every day.
1, 2, 3. Yay!
The new shop is more than 4 times the size of the former thrift shop on Davisville Road. Hand in Hand's regular hours are from 10 to 4 Monday through Saturday for shoppers and 10 to 3 for donations. Tune in next month to learn more about the new space. The Woods Hole Film Festival is one of the oldest of its kind in New England. Now, in its 27th year, we spoke with the festival's director, Judy Laster.
Well, we're very excited. This is the 27th Woods Hole Film Festival. It's hard to believe that it's been 27 years and just keeps growing and getting bigger and better. This year we have more films than we've ever had. We have close to 170 films, which is kind of shocking when you think about it, but we received close to 1,000 applications from around the world, and our filmmakers are also coming to us from around the world. We have 52 feature films, the rest are short films. We also have a number of screenwriters and special guests. We have an astounding number of world premieres, which is great, which also means that people are very excited to bring their films here and have chosen specifically to do so. And we have many, many New England premieres and Massachusetts premieres as well.
So for the summer festival, we have a pretty amazing crew that comes together for the festival, and typically for the few months beforehand that all help us out. We can't do this by ourselves, and obviously we all help each other out, but and then in addition to that, we have 50 to 60 or more volunteers every year who help manage our venues and shepherd people around Woods Hole. It can be a slightly confusing place in the summer with everything going on. So
this is the best community that we know of to have a film festival that focuses on emerging independent film. So, you know, we do hope that the community comes out to support us and to really engage in the festival and to treat it as, you know, something very special, but something that's our own.
Just want to emphasize that there's a misconception sometimes about film festivals, that they're private events or they're for specific people, and I just want to let everybody know that it's a totally public event. Anybody can attend and come to the films and attend the workshops and the panels, come to the parties, and really see what this is all about.
Bring a friend, go by yourself, it doesn't really matter. There's no right way to do the film festival. The best way to do it is just to come to it.
So if you're at all inclined to come to the film festival, definitely, I think you'll enjoy yourself. It'll be the highlight of your summer.
The Woods Hole Film Festival runs from July 28th through August 4th. Thanks to Alan Russell for that coverage. All 15 towns on Cape Cod have banded together to tackle the issue of latex paint disposal through a new recycling program. Funded by a grant from the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection, the pilot program aims to recycle the thousands of gallons of latex paint turned in each year.
About a year and a half ago, the 15 communities on the Cape met at a regional solid waste managers facility operators meeting at the county complex. The meeting was about various solid waste management activities that we do on the Cape, but what came up in that meeting was there was a need to divert household latex paint that is non-hazardous from the hazardous waste collection events. DEP has a grant program, and we all agreed that we would apply for a large 2-year pilot project to recycle paint, and we did so with Bourne as being the lead. We wrote the application and were awarded an $81,800 2-year grant for 2 seasons, April through October, to collect paint at the paint sheds and at 2 special events. One in Bourne that was held on June 23rd, where we collected 4.5 tons of clean latex paint only. And then the next one is August 4th in Dennis, where both Dennis and Bourne have sheds, large trailers I should say. We collect all the paint that's collected at the paint sheds and collect it in large Gaylord boxes. So far it's been successful, and that's why we started the program.
So at these collections we have been having the recolor company take in the latex paint at the household hazardous waste collections. And then this company Recolor makes it into an industrial paint. And what they've been able to do is get some of that out of the waste stream. It does weigh a lot, and it is difficult to get rid of. So, we're encouraging getting rid of your latex paint in one of these manners, as opposed to drying it up and throwing it away as regular solid waste. In terms of hazardous materials, obviously that can get into the water supply, and we do not want to have our solvents and oil-based paints getting into the environment. Latex paint is not considered a hazardous material, but it is very heavy. It does count towards tonnage. There's only so much capacity at the landfills to deal with it. So at any point that we can recycle it or reuse it, it's just going to be beneficial for everybody to reuse it. And it goes into making industrial paint, and it's a win-win for everybody, because the recolor companies get their stock, they can resell it, and we just do not have to pay for it to go into the landfill by regular tonnage.
There's a 2-year grant. The state's invested in advertising. The campaign says "Gut Latex." That's the ads you may see in the paper. So look for all that information out there. Tell your neighbors. The program is April through October in 2018 and April through October in 2019. And then we'll see how the pilot goes. And maybe we'll get legislation in the state someday to do paint collections.
Be sure to check out the Town of Falmouth website for more information on household hazardous materials recycling. Thanks to Andrew Richards for that piece. It's time now for 3 Things from Town Hall, FCTV's condensed version of the takeaways from recent municipal meetings. Selections are chosen based on community impact.
The Selectmen heard a report from advocates regarding a non-binding resolution on medical aid in dying. Arguments were made to the board for this resolution and for the Selectmen to endorse it as a town in the Commonwealth. The Selectmen discussed this further, asking if it is appropriate for the Selectmen to support such a resolution. Ultimately, the board voted to approve the resolution, stating it is a good way to send a message to the State House reflecting Falmouth's values as a community.
This really is about an individual making a choice with their loved ones, with their physician, in a very controlled and very regulated way. So I don't think it's an inappropriate thing for this board to support. I think we support many other issues that are beyond the ultimate decision-making power of this board, and I think it sends a message from this community, from this board, to the Commonwealth, to our legislators, about what values we hold dear and the way that we believe individuals should be allowed to live and end their lives. So I would vote to support it.
An Eversource engineer addressed the board in this meeting regarding the many double poles located in town. This has been a concern for Selectmen, and the Eversource employee was questioned about the timeline regarding the replacement of these double poles and some other older utility poles in town that are under question. The dedication to service in Falmouth was also questioned as well, but Eversource claims that Falmouth is proving to be one of their top priorities.
And to address what you said about the backlog on the setting of some of these poles, I mean, March was a rough month for all of us. Specifically for Eversource, given the severity of the operations during that time. So we are looking like to become aggressive and move forward and execute this plan as soon as we possible and get the stamp of approval.
Park Superintendent Jeremiah Pearson gave an update to the Selectmen about the status of the town's playing fields. Mr. Pearson discussed the fields in focus and described in detail, including aeration strategies, fertilization, and soil testing. The selectmen were concerned with the amount required to maintain the fields in town and asked how the department planned to keep up with the workload.
We put in more equipment for the capital, and right now actually we're changing up. We have seasonal staff. We're working on changing the time periods that we have them. So what we're trying to do is get a seasonal staff person to start early in the year and end later in the year, and also raise their hourly rate. So you get somebody that's just not a summer kid just looking for a job. Someone with a little more knowledge.
To see the meetings in their entirety, check out Government Channel 15's program schedule at fctv.org. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll learn about an adoptable dog from Friends of Falmouth Dogs. Stay with us. There's no better way to enjoy our local area than by getting outside and active for a great cause, clean water. The Buzzards Bay Coalition protects clean water in Falmouth and beyond through science, land conservation, and education. In late June, just across the bay, you can swim 1.2 miles from New Bedford to Fairhaven with 300 others in the 25th annual Buzzards Bay Swim. If you can swim 40 laps in a pool, you can complete this exhilarating event. If you'd rather run, both residents and visitors can join up with Team Buzzards Bay to complete 7 miles in the Falmouth Road Race in August. When fall arrives, hit the road cycling 35, 75, or 100 miles around the bay in the Buzzards Bay Watershed Ride. All 3 events feature great food and drinks, lively parties, and awards and prizes for individuals and teams. Be part of the fun and excitement by swimming, running, or cycling for clean water with the Buzzards Bay Coalition this season. Learn more or sign up at savebuzzardsbay.org/events.
Christian is a 13-year-old Chihuahua. He'd do best in a quiet home. He does like other dogs and can gain confidence being around them. He takes a little time to adjust to new circumstances, but then is fine as long as he has a routine. If you'd like to give this charming little fellow a home, contact Friends of Falmouth Dogs at www.friendsofFalmouthDogs.org or call 508-548-7742.
Welcome back. The Falmouth and West Falmouth libraries recently held their annual book sales, and FCTV stopped by to see how things were going.
We are the Friends of the Falmouth Public Library, and we run the book sale annually to raise money to help the library with special projects. Today we have somewhere around 50 to 60,000 books that have been donated by the community, and we sell them for a modest price, and all the proceeds go to benefit the library. We have so many books that we had some in boxes. We are bringing them up so the public can see them and buy them. And we've had a lot of people in today, and the weather has cooperated with us beautifully at this time. The mood of the public has been wonderful. They're very supportive of the library. We have all kinds of books. We have anything from military history to pets to all types of fiction, classics, Tolkien, Sherlock Holmes, foreign language books, all kinds of things. How to build things, how to build a house, all kinds of cookbooks, anything that people could want to read about. We also have a huge selection of children's books, divided up into younger readers and those who need picture books and things like this. One of the best children's collections around.
We are having our annual book sale, which began last evening and will run through Monday. It's a fundraiser for the library, and of which we're very proud of. We have many categories: children, teens, adults, history and bio, fiction, mystery, something for everybody. And a big section of art and some antique books, and all our volunteers that have sorted through these books since January every week and called out the best books that we can find. The book sale has been going on since 1986, I've been working on it maybe in the past 8-9 years. We have a good amount of people that like this book sale, come to it. We enjoy seeing a lot of the West Falmouth people here, and it seems to be something that the whole area enjoys, coming to a book sale.
Thanks to Eric Kellogg for that piece. It's time now for this month's fishing report with Ryan Collins.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the My Fishing Cape Cod Falmouth Fishing Report for the month of July. Summer is here, and so are the pogies and giant striped bass that pursue them. In the summer months, large pogies move into Buzzards Bay and Cape Cod Bay and offer Falmouth anglers a great shot at large striped bass. Here's a fish that My Fishing Cape Cod founder and creator Ryan Collins landed while he was live lining a pogie.
Oh yeah, that's a beauty.
Often, you'll find schools of pogies cruising on the surface without any pursuit from striped bass. If you're in a boat, it's best to move around and find a school of pogies that has striped bass right on their heels. This will be characterized by very large splashes on the surface.
There he goes.
We've had an unbelievable push of large fish into the Cape Cod area recently. And fishing around pogie schools is an excellent way to land yourself a trophy fish, no matter what style of fishing you choose.
Come on! Oh my God, it's a huge striper! It's a huge striper! Oh, look at that fish! Holy mackerel, look at this fish! Oh, what a fish! Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
This footage is from last season, but it's exactly the kind of action you can get into when you're fishing around pogie schools.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh!
Pogies offer a nutrient-rich meal for striped bass, and trophy-sized fish often seek them out. July is a great time to be on the water in Falmouth. The big fish are here, and so is the wonderful weather. This is Andrew Burke of MyFishingCapeCod.com signing off. Until next time, everyone, tight lines and take care.
Thanks to Andrew Burke for that piece. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll join the fun at the annual 4th of July parade in Woods Hole. Stay with us.
They are the Marine and Environmental Services volunteers. Their dedication to the Falmouth Municipal Shellfish Program is second to none. Crab catchers, oyster baggers, quahog cohort, and Hoolie the Wonder Dog. Yes!
What are you guys doing?
We're making a video about marine and environmental services.
But we were planning to make a video about how great you guys are.
And for other opportunities, for folks to get involved.
Okay, but do it quickly. We have work to do.
Thanks, guys. First off, it's important to note that we have all types of volunteers who come from various backgrounds. Jobs vary. There is upweller care and cleaning. Here, the volunteers take care of the tanks where the smallest shellfish are grown. The predator control crew is responsible for assisting with preparing bait bags. Other tasks include oyster and bag setting, setting out quahog trays, data collection, as well as educating the public about the value of Falmouth's shellfish program. There's a wide array of opportunities for all physical abilities.
And that's why we love our volunteers.
That's all true. We really like volunteering here.
Can we get back to our video now?
Yeah, but can we be in it?
We thought you'd never ask. Get over here.
In all seriousness, our program thrives on our volunteers. If you'd like to join in or find out about volunteer opportunities, contact us through the information on your screen.
Welcome back. The Marine Biological Laboratory hosted their annual science-themed 4th of July parade in Woods Hole, and FCTV was there to capture the celebration.
It's really fun how the entire town comes together on one day, and it's lots of fun. And we're actually from out of town, and so this is one of the highlights of our trip every year. Actually, this is my 5th time. I come to go to the Children's School of Science, and every year we've come here to see the parade as well.
I felt like it was kind of fun, and like a lot of nice people that I know in the parade. Just kind of almost like a stampede of people that are happy to have this country here. I like dancing. It's fun. There's always some music. It's yeah, I kind of liked it all. I like the water balloon fight, and I like just kind of the walk of it in general, and I like all the spectators.
I've been doing this parade since I was 2, also, like my brother. And my favorite parts were when we were rebelling against each other with all the water balloons and squirt guns, and also just being with my friends in the parade and having fun walking down the streets.
Great parade, I loved it, and it's the same imaginative abilities that they always have every year with great costumes, fun interactions of people, and all of the local businesses and organizations are represented.
Thanks to Seth Harrington for that coverage. FCTV wants you to know that television can be as easy as hitting record on your smartphone. We'd like to invite all Falmouth residents and visitors to share their slice of life with us. Email us your photos and videos or upload them to Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram using the hashtag MyFalmouth or Falmouth in Focus to be featured on the show. Thank you to our most recent contributors. We leave you now with the sights and sounds of the Falmouth Professional Arts and Crafts Street Fair held last week on Main Street. Thank you for watching Falmouth in Focus. We'll see you next time.